For those who wondering how Meher and Sarab's wedding will go, and also when would they find out that she's pregnant, you guys, this episode recaps the spoilers about Meher pregnancy revealed to Sarab after they got married, and also how he reacts and take it. Guys, don't forget to subscribe. In case you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this show is one of my favorite show ever, and I think you people enjoy it. So let us jump straight into the video of today on the show.
The wedding celebrations are in full swing. Dolly arrives carrying water as part of the traditional ceremony, and family members playfully try to stop her from moving forward. The children are excited, noting that it's unusual to have three people invited together from the door for the first time in a marriage. Meher is asked to stop her aunt, but Dolly moves deliberately, waiting only for Meher's mother to give permission. Finally, after receiving blessings for peace, happiness, and eternal unity, Dolly pours the oil in front of the newlyweds. Pram's mother has arrived at the house, marking an important moment in the family's life. The children are thrilled by Pram's mother's arrival, with one child declaring himself a superhero now that she's here. However, there's urgent concern about a missing red bag that Pram left in the car. Despite reassurances that it's just makeup and jewelry, Meher becomes unusually insistent, refusing to give up the bag and asking everyone to search for it. Her desperation surprises everyone. This doesn't sound like Meher at all. The family notices her unusual behavior and realizes she wants something specific from them. Her face shows genuine distress at the possibility of losing it. Eventually, the bag is located. The celebrations continue with a traditional game where a ring is hidden in milk. Pram and Meher must find it. Whoever wins will have a fortunate future, while the loser faces a life enslaved by money. Aunt Dolly oversees the game as Meher, and Pram stretch their arms into the milk. After an intense search, Meher finds the ring first. Sarab jokingly pulls out a cashew instead, but the real ring is recovered. Later, Robbie arrives and notices Meher's bag. When Aunt Dolly suggests opening it to see what's so important, Robbie reluctantly agrees. Inside, they find children's clothes and bracelets, items that seem ordinary but clearly mean something profound to Meher. The discovery of these items, particularly what appears to be a father's photograph, deeply affects her. As the evening progresses, Meher becomes emotional. Sarab notices and tries to comfort her, but she excuses herself to rest. Robbie and Aunt Dolly exchange confused looks. What could be so important about children's bracelets? Later, Dali's mother realizes a letter fell from Meher's possession when she was looking at the photograph. She instructs Dali to find out what the letter says and who wrote it. Despite Dali's hesitation, her mother insists she confront Meher about it. When Dali approaches Meher, the conversation turns deeply personal. Meher reveals the truth. Her father was her first hero, the battalion commander she never knew. He died in a traffic accident while her mother was pregnant. Both her parents couldn't survive the tragedy, leaving Meher to grow up without them. The letter Dali found contains Meher's father's last poem, a powerful message about never losing hope, never giving up on truth, and remembering that God is the only real truth in life. Even when the world says otherwise, one must keep fighting for what's right. Moved by Meher's story, Dali offers comfort, assuring her that her father would be proud of who she has become and the values she carries forward from his teachings. In this moment, Meher finds solace in knowing that her father's legacy lives through her. Pram excited to show his mother the song he's prepared for her. His father gently tells him it's bedtime and that they'll visit Meher's mother in the morning. However, the father reveals to someone else that he lied. Meher is actually awake and waiting for Pram. In a lighter moment, Pram asks his father to buy him a sweet, playfully pricing it at 1 lakh rupees. His father jokingly transfers 2 lakh rupees into his account and Pram happily runs off. Elsewhere, Dali's mother learns that the letter Dali found was actually Maha's father's poem, not something that could be exploited for gossip. Disappointed that this was a golden chop for her plan rather than useful information, she dismisses Dali harshly. She asks Dali to bring her medicine to improve her mood And when Dali returns with a drink, her mother takes two glasses, offering one to Dali in a moment of dark humor about good news. Later, the mother complains to Dali that Mahar is a boring girl, neither laughing nor saying much. She had hoped the letter might provide some spice for scandal, but instead it was just a poem. She prays that the night passes quickly, noting that tonight is the night of Meher's exam. She ominously warns that if Meher has done something wrong, she and her 7 future generations will have to pay for it. Meanwhile, in Sarab's room, Meher enters hesitantly, knocking and calling out several times before he notices her. She notices his love for shooting and his passion for duty and principles. Meher reveals that she always wanted to join the army like her father, though she ended up in politics instead. Sarab gently tells her that her father must be proud of her wherever he is, and that she seems to inherit his values of duty, principles, and truth. But Meher becomes emotional and confesses something crucial. She cannot live in his house. She cannot go to his house. She loves someone else. Meher explains that her cousins came and played pranks on her, making her feel foolish, but then she corrects herself. This isn't a prank. It's the truth. She apologizes, saying she should have told him earlier. Sarab's expression changes as the weight of her confession hits him. He asks if she's telling him this as a future husband or as a friend. Meher declares, Mr. Dharmajit, I love you. The confession doesn't comfort him. Instead, Sarab questions why she didn't tell him sooner. He points out that now many people know the truth. Her mother, her brother, her sister-in-law, his family, and especially Param. He asks what the real issue is. She loved someone else. So why go through with all the wedding drama? The engagement, the music, the henna? Then comes the shocking revelation. Meher is pregnant. Sarab is devastated. He says that Param needs a mother, and now he understands the gravity of the situation. Meher tries to explain that over time, people get to know each other. She asks for his forgiveness, saying she can't betray him or lie to him. She can't say yes to this marriage. She can't handle his house or his family. When Mahar mentions Param, she says that when she saw him, she saw happiness on his face. His mother is here, her mother is here, and Param will be a superhero now. But then reality crashes down. What will she tell them? Sarab's pain is evident. He reminds her that hiding the truth is no less than a lie. He had asked her yesterday if something was wrong, and she didn't tell him then. Now she's revealed everything. But at what cost? Sarab expresses deep concern for Param, saying she has punished an innocent man. He's worried about his son, just as Meher should be worried about her daughter. He can see no happiness on Meher's face, no smile, only the appearance of a bride without the joy. Meher breaks down, saying she can't stay in his house anymore. She feels like crying, overwhelmed by the weight of her deception and its consequences. In the final moments, Sarab approaches Meher and tells her to look at him. He reassures her that nothing has happened to Param and that everything will be fine. He holds her gaze, trying to provide comfort amid the emotional devastation of the wedding night that has become a night of painful truths.